Okay, getting into it right away. Today's workout, we're gonna start with some circles, warm up these shoulders. So this is gonna be a good workout for anyone who just wants to work on some shoulder stability and strength. Maybe that's been a problem for you in the past. Maybe you've had some rehab in the past and everything's working well. This is definitely gonna be a little bit higher level for those areas. Some backward circles, get things moving. If you're at the desk a lot like I am during the day, sometimes these simple movements can feel like a lot even though they look so little. Little circles, I like big circles. And we're gonna do a few jumping jacks. The legs warmed up. Keep warming up those shoulders. Got a few little circuits today. Gotta spend a few minutes on each one and then finish off with some isolated shoulder strengthening at the end, mid-back strengthening. Lots of planks today. We're gonna switch it up though. We're trying to make planks as fun as we can. All right. Whew, got the heart rate up. Now as your reminder to start your watch. Gotta get a credit where credit is due. All right, so come on down. You don't want socks on for these, probably slipping around on your mat. So we're gonna start with side plank, knees and elbow. Okay, we're just gonna come up. You wanna try to make a straight line with your body. You don't wanna be too far forward, too far back. You want your shoulder stacked over your elbow, hand out in line with your elbow. We're gonna take our weight, rest our elbow on top of our side, and rotate around that elbow. So you're just lifting that weight up, lowering down. Tummy stays nice and strong. Two more. Okay, we're gonna come over and switch sides. Same thing on this side. You want your elbow under your shoulder. Bring that weight up. Nice straight line. Okay, I'm gonna give the shoulders a rest for a minute. We're gonna switch it up, work on our hips a bit. Same position, just a different move. Now, if you wanna challenge your shoulder stability a little bit more, you can bump up into a full straight arm plank like that. We're gonna stay on our knees and we're gonna just lift that top knee to rotate, work our hips a little bit. If this feels really easy, you can also add a resistance band around your knees. Arms nice and straight. Okay, let's switch to the other side. You still want your hand right under your shoulder, body in a straight line. Okay, and we're gonna come back and switch back to some shoulder rotation in that side plank. For this, I think it's a little better just to get a better angle to stay on your elbow. If you want it to be more challenging, you can come up and do a full plank with your feet instead of your knees. Just make sure that body's staying nice and strong. I would say most of us probably need to be on knees and elbow for this to keep the stability that your body needed to rotate your arm without rotating your body. Okay, we're gonna switch. So when you're resting on your elbow, you're balancing on your arm and your shoulder muscles, your rotator cuff. They're working really hard to stabilize. With that top arm, you are working your shoulder external rotators. Very important for stability in your shoulder. Okay, one more set of hip external rotation in our plank. So we're still working our shoulder stabilizers, and we're just adding in a little hip strengthening. Stabilize our whole core. And you're squeezing both hips nice and strong to keep your body in alignment with this exercise, making sure you're not letting your hip drop down. So we're moving one leg, but we are working both hips and at least one shoulder. Okay, nice work on those. If you did them along with me, those are tough. We got the hardest things out of the way. Okay, so next we're gonna do a variation of crab walking. I don't know if you've ever heard of this before. Usually it's something kids do, but it is such a good exercise. We do this in therapy a lot with children to work on shoulder blade strength, really work some of those scapula muscles. Good hip strengthening too, and core strength all around. So we're gonna come up just like this. We're gonna walk our hands out back and move our legs. We're just gonna do some crab walks back and forth on the mat. So this is one, it looks so silly, but it works so well. And I can almost guarantee that you will feel this the next day. I noticed when working with children and doing this, I would be sore in my shoulder blades in all the right places, which makes sense. But you don't necessarily think of how good of a workout this is even for grown-ups. And it's not too bad. On a boring scale, 0 the most boring, 10 is like we're on a roller coaster. You know, I put it out like a 3. All right. So we're gonna change it up. We're gonna grab our other weight. Whatever weight you pick, I'm still using my 5 pounds. We're just gonna do a little shoulder abduction. Work those deltoids. Still squeezing our shoulder blades back and down up to shoulder height. Back down nice and controlled. Okay, for this one, we're gonna go out at a 45-degree angle, almost like you're making a Y. Up to shoulder height, nice and controlled. Shoulder blades down and back. Okay, we're gonna go back to some crab walks, and then we're gonna do one more set of those. Let's see, let's go out and back 5 times. One more. Trying to lift that bottom up high. All right. One more set out to the side and in our Y for the shoulders. Nice deep breaths. Anyone else's shoulder blades burning yet? They should be, just a little bit. All right, so next, we're gonna go to the floor. We're gonna bring a weight or two. I'm gonna bring both of mine. We're gonna do a bridge and add a little tricep strengthening within our bridge. So we're gonna come down. You might be able to handle a little more weight with this because we're gonna do both arms together. Okay, so we're gonna lay on your back, arms straight up. We're gonna lift up your bottom, do a bridge, and then we're gonna lower the weights down, bend at the elbows, come straight back up. Shoulders stay nice and stable. All right, we're gonna come up from that. And I'm gonna grab my band, my nice and wide band. Here it is. If you have a band at home, this is helpful. If you don't, that's okay. You'll still get the lunge work in. We just won't get as many shoulder rotations in. So what we're gonna do next is just some lunges. I'm gonna come down, up, out, and back. And we're gonna alternate legs. So you want your elbows to stay right by your sides when we're doing this. We're just pushing our hands apart to rotate our shoulders. You're rotating around your elbows, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Okay, so our upper arm rotates. Our hands come back. We're not doing chicken wings way out here. Rotating. Here we go. The lunges are just to add in a little leg work, hip work, and get that heart rate up. All right, we're gonna come back down. Some more tricep extensions and our bridge. Okay. I'm gonna lift up. And we'll do 10 of these. Nice and controlled. You've been sitting all morning at the desk. You might even feel a stretch in the front of your hips. Okay. Back up. We've got one more set of lunges with our banded shoulder rotation. Let's do a little rotation to start. Hope everyone's off to a good start to the day today. Our day got started pretty well. No tantrums about school. The kids are signed up for swim lessons later in the evening, so they've got long days. Definitely keeps us busy. Let's see, we got just enough time. We're gonna work on a little shoulder blade strengthening here. So what you can do is just kind of lean over. If you have a stability ball, that's great. If you don't, you can always just do hands and knees for this without the ball. Okay, so just arms out to the side. If you're on hands and knees, you can only do one arm at a time. Okay, but that is good for your shoulder stability. But for time's sake, we're gonna do over the ball, and we're gonna fly. We're gonna do some T's like this. So you wanna look straight ahead, keep your neck nice and aligned. Arms are going straight out to the side. Shoulder blades are squeezing together. Just focusing on that mid-back, those muscles that pull your shoulder blades together. And they support your shoulder and your posture. And this is really easy. You can add some weights with it, but I would start with very light weights if you haven't been strengthening there. Well, if you haven't been doing anything, I'd probably start with no weights. You'll feel this tomorrow. The next one is even a little more challenging. This is gonna be like a Y. Thumbs point up toward the ceiling. We're not going straight forward or out to the side. We're coming up at a diagonal. Okay, one more set each way. All right, quick cool down. And we have done it. We went through the workout. Nice work today. Thank you for joining me. I know everyone's busy, so I hope that you find this an effective full body workout for whatever 20-minute window you might be able to create for yourself. We'll stretch here. I also like this one. You can lace your fingers together behind your back. You can even lean forward. Nice straight back. Stretch out those triceps a little bit. We worked. Just grabbing that elbow, pulling back. I always like to stretch out these quads. We're sitting a lot, those quads get tight. Quads and hamstrings. Our shoulders come up. So important to move our bodies throughout the day. Really, no matter what you're doing during the day, we all tend to do the same things over and over again, and we have to mix up how our body moves. That's how we prevent getting injured. Gotta move your body all different ways. Get strong in all the muscles, not just the ones that we use day to day. Okay, thank you for joining me. Hopefully I'll see you next time.